What's up, guys? You might wonder why we're sitting here eating cereal this morning. Not very good cereal at that. Welcome to lesson number 1 on grocery, expiration dates. So I found these Cocoa Puffs ice cream scoops, which is supposed to be a strawberry, vanilla, and chocolate. Very strong fake strawberry flavor. Anyhow, they're limited edition. In grocery, I've heard limited edition is good. So I scan it in the store. Huge win, right? They're selling for $2 in the store. They're $12.95 on Amazon. FBA. Awesome. So I buy a case. I didn't want to go too crazy. I buy 24 boxes. Get home. A couple days later, I go to list them and send them in to Amazon. It says input the expiration date. Bear in mind, these are not expired. It won't let me input the expiration date because Amazon, depending on the category, requires that there's enough shelf life left. So in this case, it was like 78 days till expiration, so I couldn't send them to Amazon. So guess what my kids are eating for the next 3 months? Scoops. First lesson I learned. I'd like to say I only did that once. I did it on another product too. I went and bought a half a dozen, sent them into Amazon just to check it out. They sold right away. I went back to the store, bought the exact same thing, but by that time it was within the expiration window. So I lost again. You'd think I'd learn. Fool me once, shame on you. If you fool me twice, shame on me. So anyways, lesson number 1, check the expiration dates. And not just that it's expired, make sure that there's at least 90 days and double check that because I haven't really looked on Amazon, but I'm pretty sure it's 90 days. Minimum shelf life from when they receive it. There's lesson number 1. Lesson number 2 that I've learned on Amazon for food and grocery is limited edition usually is pretty good. So there's not a lot of, grocery is notorious for having small margins. So unless you have something that's hard to find, it's pretty unlikely you're going to get Campbell's soup for a lower price than Amazon gets it, and they compete with you. So limited edition items like this limited edition cereal. I told you I sold some limited edition Oreos at the holidays, which were great. So lesson number 2, look for limited editions. Lesson number 3, grocery is small items. So a lot of times you're going to have to buy, this is a $2 box of cereal. So it's a volume game. You have to do a lot. So I had another product I bought recently that I bought for $1, but it's very small. I could fit, 50 in a small box. But I bought them for $1. They sell for $5.99. So I make like about $1.50 after all costs. There's nothing sexy about $1.50. I get that. But I take 50 of them. They're in a box. Off it goes. So there's no difference. I try and focus on the percentages. So if I send 50 in, that's $50, not $1. And if I get back $125 on my 50, that's a fantastic margin. So I guess my lesson there would be to focus on the percentages. In grocery, it's going to be smaller dollar items, just because unless you can find $80 grocery items, which I think are unlikely, you're probably in the $1 to $5 per item range. So that brings me to lesson number 4. So instead of grabbing onesie-twosies off the shelf, if you ask the manager, they probably have a case pack in the back. So I learned this kind of the hard way. But I'm at the store, I find some cookies that I like that are, great. They got about almost a 200% margin on them. I just ask the store manager, hey, do you have these in the back? Like, I want to buy a couple cases. Oh yeah, no problem. And they bring me up, they're all boxed up. Now all I have to do is put a sticker on them. I don't even have to box them. So lesson number 4 would be to definitely case pack, see if you can buy case pack products. Lesson number 5 in grocery. Don't go all in on one item. So you probably, like I said, it's going to be hard to compete with Amazon. They go in and out of stock, things change, and so on and so forth. So grocery has an expiration date. So if I buy light bulbs and somebody jumps in and has 100 light bulbs and it takes them a month or 2 to sell out, that's no problem. I can just wait it out. They're eventually going to sell out. The price will go back up. There you go. Most of the grocery items have an expiration date. So you don't have that luxury. If Amazon gets a truckload and puts them in stock, you have to drop your price because you have to sell it before the expiration date. So just be careful with that. Spread your risk out a little bit. Don't go all in on one item. So that's it. There's my tips on what I've learned so far on doing grocery. It's been decent. I've made some money. Not huge, but I haven't gone into it huge. As I told you, my first shipment got lost. Amazon bought it from me, so that was fine. But anyways, it slowed down my process of trying to figure out grocery. So I'm getting a little bit better at it. It's definitely worth doing. I'm going to do a video on getting ungated and how I got ungated in grocery, which was fairly simple. But anyways, that's it. Thanks for watching. Be sure to like and subscribe. I'll see you next time.